This is Minister Paul, a watchman on the wall in Northern California on Friday, 5/20/16. I want to take you through a sequence of events that occurred over a period of approximately 2 hours that just are really disturbing, and they just paint a clear picture of where we're heading. And before I begin, let me tell you something. There are evil people with evil intentions who literally lie in wait to deceive you. And that's what we're seeing right now. The biggest end time deception of all times is here. So it was 3:07 Pacific Standard Time here in California. I saw Trump being endorsed by the NRA, and he was really giving it to the Democrats and to Obama and Hillary Clinton over their lies. Lies. You know, lies are deception. Remember that there's people that want to lie in wait to deceive your brain. So please hear me now. So this was 3:07, and I wasn't really listening to it. I just had my TV on mute because I had a feeling something breaking was going to happen. I can't explain that part of it apart from God. And then they break in, I believe it was about 30 minutes later, they break into this White House shooting. Secret Service stops armed man. You know, high-powered rifles, AR, shotguns, everything, the whole nine, on the rooftops, and it's locked down. You all know the story by now, hopefully, because this is my second video on it. It just, NBC, and this happens during election times every single time. NBC reported something that was wrong. They reported that a Secret Service agent had been shot in the stomach, and then they recanted it and said no, Secret Service shot somebody else in the stomach. And then this is what you see with false flags. And I'm going to tell you this is a drill and do my best to try to prove it with facts. We have to look at the time frame. So, I have always said on this channel that whether you like Donald Trump or not, and I'm not neither endorsing him or saying I'm not endorsing him. I'm not taking a political side on this. Because he could be secretly operating with the New World Order. But what I want to say that God has been showing me over a period of a couple of months now is that there's going to be an assassination attempt or successful assassination of Donald Trump, and that he needs to up his security. and having done this type of stuff myself and watching his team, they have increased their vigilance in that. Because this whole thing of this shooting, this false flag shooting drill, after he's endorsed by the NRA, the Second Amendment people that say you have a legal right to carry a gun to defend yourself, then this drill happens. And so I want to take you back to a video referencing a presidential proclamation I made on May 13th, exactly 7 days ago, last Friday. Last Friday, and I'll put links here to the official White House thing. We had last Friday, President Obama made a proclamation, and at the same time, we had Black Hawks and Chinooks flying over our house at this local crop duster place. So this is kind of when this drill stuff began. And then they had the Roseville thing on the 18th, 30 minutes from here. But I want to point you to this executive order, and I'll put a link to the executive order in the description box. President Obama did proclaim exactly 7 days ago on a Friday that May 15th through May 21st, 2016 is Emergency Medical Services Week, and prepare and to improve their own personal safety and preparedness. So that began on May 15th and ends on May 21st, which is at midnight. When? Tonight, 7 days later. And then this happens. I'm trying to just present to you facts, and you can do your own research. This shouldn't surprise anybody. And then after they just messed up the story so bad. I was watching the Fox network on, who shot who and who was shot and where they were shot and why they were shot. And, it just became pretty clear that Trump is endorsed by the biggest Second Amendment foundation in the United States of America, that they pull this fake shooting. I understand that they're already proclaiming that the guy will indeed perish. That's what the media is saying, these people who lie and wait to deceive. And then they will just come up with some name who was known to have a disturbed and troubled past or mentally ill. And it'll all be geared towards taking away your guns, something that Trump was standing for, and the NRA stands for you to keep your guns. The exact opposite drill is run after Obama says we're going to run drills of preparedness, and then they suddenly shift the story and they just stop talking about a Secret Service involved shooting. I can't think of anything higher priority to talk about. They just suddenly shift, as I'm watching Fox, about an hour and a half into this thing, to a new theory that it was a fire that took down Egypt Air Flight 804. Another fake thing in my belief, that this Flight 804 goes down 804 days after Flight 370 goes missing, and all the phoniness involved with this. So just go bing, 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 and bing. And realize these people are lying wait to deceive you, and then ask yourself, okay, so why? Why all this, and what's next? I will be in prayer for you. I know some people don't like that. Well, it's what I do. I pray. Matter of fact, I'm going to pray right now. Have a blessed weekend, and just turn off this fake media and dig into the truth. You don't need the media for the truth.